What is going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be breaking down a very broken build on Beastmaster, one of my favorite builds currently to be playing on the hero. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. If you guys are Beastmaster players, let me know if you guys are going to be trying out this build. It is definitely very fun. Beastmaster right now is all about attack speed, which made me think about doing a right click build on Beastmaster. Now before you guys click away, definitely give this build a try. It's not all about right click, but you definitely could make it out to be. First of all, you need to be playing Beastmaster in a game where he can actually hit people. If you're going to be playing a game where Beastmaster can only go in and initiate and get out because he's going to get bursted, it's not going to feel that great to be able to man fight other heroes. You need to be playing this with a lineup of quite squishy heroes, or heroes that just don't fight back as hard and don't have a lot of control and burst damage. Otherwise you might start having some issues and you won't be able to right click. The facet you guys are going to be using is beast mode. Basically you get damage amplification and attack speed by clicking inner beast, which is really nice. This is going to help you farm. This is also going to help you get a lot more damage output. But typically you want to be able to click your inner beast and then you roar and then use your wild axes, and that's going to give you a lot more damage overall, and it's going to help you burst targets that you weren't able to burst before. Now once you have your Aghanim Scepter, this is also going to increase that, so make sure you are clicking inner beast before you go in and initiate on someone. But the build essentially is going to be Vanguard if needed with a bracer into mana boots, or you can get strength treads. It honestly depends on what you need. If you feel like you're going to be casting a lot more spells and there's not going to be any mana boots on your team, then maybe go for it, because you will have mana issues from spamming axes and roar. And then you're going to be going for the Aghanim Scepter. Of course, the Drums of Slom is what this hero is all about. I honestly wouldn't play Beastmaster without the Drums of Slom. It's just not as fun. It's definitely one of his strongest builds ever. And then you go for a Blink Dagger, that way you can jump the backline and easily deal with them. And then you go for an AC, and then it's when you start to have some actual fun with items like Echo Saber, Monkey King Bar, or even a Daedalus. You're going to have so much attack speed that you're going to be able to just burst targets, and you're going to be able to get the Echo Saber before the Assault Cuirass, and then you can eventually get your Harpoon, which is going to increase your catch. It's also going to benefit you quite heavily as you are a universal hero, so those stats are definitely going to complement you quite well. It's going to give you a lot more right click and also going to give you that extra catch. And then with Inner Beast activated, you're just going to be able to hit so much faster, and Echo Saber with that double hit is going to benefit you quite heavily. You could also go for an item like Desolator. It's going to help you burst targets a lot faster. Basically play the hero as a right click initiator with roar. You can still use your summons, you can still push towers. I'm not saying you're just going to completely ignore that, but if you do find yourself in a lane where you're able to right click, let's say a hero like Sniper, maybe a Weaver, maybe a Juggernaut, then take an extra value point in Inner Beast. It's going to help you trade a lot better. It's going to help you get better last hits because you're going to have that extra attack speed. It just feels really nice to be playing this hero right click. I wouldn't be surprised if this hero does get picked in the carry position. Now, given it has to be a god Beastmaster game for somebody to actually pick it from the safe lane, but I definitely want to dabble in the safe lane Beastmaster and kind of give it a try with a build against a really good lineup for Beastmaster though. I don't just want to pick this into a very difficult game where I'm just going to get stomped and just feed out of control, because the hero does need a lot of time to farm. Building Drums of Slom definitely takes a bit of time. You need to be farming some ancient stacks, and you need to make sure your laning phase is quite good, because if your laning phase is bad, you're going to be hitting a 17-18 minute Drums of Slom, which means they're not going to be as impactful as they typically would be if you were able to pull off a maybe 13-14 minute Drums of Slom with boots. And the Vanguard is going to help you out if need be. If you're facing up against a lot of harass, it's going to help you sustain a lot more. It's going to help your tank ability overall. It's going to also help you farm much better. I think Vanguard is a really solid item if you can get value. Obviously, if you're facing up against a lot of magic damage, then definitely don't get the Vanguard. It's not going to do a whole lot for you. Typically, you want to play Beastmaster into heroes like Phantom Lancer, Meatboat, Naga Siren, Tidehunter, Sniper. These types of heroes that have illusions, you're going to do quite well because of the Drums of Slom. You're going to be cleaning up those illusions quite easily, so you're not going to have any problems with those heroes. And heroes like Sniper that are just sitting there in the backline, once you blink and you roar them, they're pretty much going to die no matter how much damage they do. You're able to kill them with that initiation. Drums of Slom are definitely no joke, so you guys need to keep in mind that you will be able to burst some very tanky targets, and you're going to be able to sustain through it. You can also get a Vlad's if you feel like your team needs a little bit more. It's also going to complement the Drums of Slom much better. I just don't like the Vlad's anymore because it doesn't scale as hard. You're going to eventually just sell it for another item. It's not going to be too good. And some of the heroes you're bad up against are Medusa, Viper, Kunkka, Lina. These heavy burst heroes, or just heroes that are just way too tanky to take out, you're definitely not good up against, because even though you have the Drums of Slom, they're just not going to do a whole lot to heroes like that. Medusa just doesn't really care about the Drums of Slom. She just has so much mana, and that barrier is going to help her out so much, and you're not going to be building Diffusal on a Beastmaster. I think that's just a little bit crazy. I think Harpoon is kind of like pushing it as a very situational, fun build for you guys to play if you guys want to innovate and play Beastmaster in a different way, because I've never enjoyed playing Summons Beastmaster. I think it's very antiquated, very old way to play the hero. I think there's a lot of things you can do on this hero with the Drums of Slom that are going to benefit your team a lot more, and it's going to help you get that extra kill threat where you're able to dive supports and actually take care of them. Meanwhile, when you're playing with your creeps, you're depending on your creeps position and not feeding away so much gold, and that could just become a big problem. One of the tips I am going to give you guys is don't take dumb fights in the early game before your Drums of Slom. Once you guys get your Aghanim Scepter, then it's definitely go time. Go and make as many plays as you want, because it's also going to help you farm a lot quicker. But before that, Beastmaster doesn't farm fast. Even though you have your boar and you have your hawk, you're still not farming quickly. So please take your time, farm your Aghanim Scepter, and then go and make as many plays as you want. But in the meantime, just stay in your lane, try and get as much last hits as possible, and get that farm, because the hero just doesn't farm quickly as other heroes do. So stay in your lane and you will get a lot of value from this hero. But if you guys are peer pressured into joining really dumb fights, that's going to delay your Aghanim Scepter timing, and that's going to be quite problematic for you guys, as the later the timing is on the Aghanim Scepter, the worse it's going to feel, and it's a very important item in your kit. Once you get that Echo Saber Harpoon with your Blink Dagger that you already have, you're going to be able to catch heroes that you typically wouldn't, because you can blink and then harpoon them and just keep them within your range. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this just way too crazy of a build, or do you guys kind of get the logic behind it? I think right click Beastmaster will definitely become a thing. I would definitely like to see Beastmaster spammers maybe attempt to play a carry Beastmaster with a different type of build, maybe completely rushing the Echo Saber, maybe with a Hand of Midas for that extra attack speed and making sure you're not going to fall off, and then with your Aghanim Scepter maybe going for an AC Desolator would be nice, a very heavy minus armor strat, maybe playing with the likes of Vengeful Spirit. I think these type of things could actually be quite nice, but I definitely would have to try them. So far right now, the best build I'm trying on the Beastmaster is with that Harpoon and with that Assault Cuirass. It does feel really good to be right clicking heroes down. You can man fight quite a few heroes. You're quite tanky enough to be able to do that. So you're going to have that hybrid damage where the Drums of Slom are just popping left, right, and center with that magic damage and with your wild axes, and at the same time you're going to be right clicking people and your damage is going to be amplified by your facet, which is always going to feel quite nice. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Beastmaster in the current meta and what you guys think about this build. If you guys like videos like this, let me know in the comments what other hero you guys would like to see a crazy build on. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.